Okay guys, so it's time for vlog number 3. Today, I'm going to talk to you about something I like to call planner anxiety and also intention. So, I know a lot of us plan because we like to know what's going on, we like to have control over things. Like, for me, my life, let me just talk about me for a second. My life is not really that stressful, like outside of my work. My work is a really stressful job, and in that job, I have noticed that I do try to control a lot of things, and controlling things, and I get in a lot of like habits, and you could almost say they were rituals, to, you know, if this happens, then I will have a good day kind of thing. And that's why I've been slacking on my morning routine, but that's why I'm really into, like, leave me alone in the morning. I have to do these certain things or I will not have a good day at work. And I also like to just in general control things. And if I'm in control of them, then I have a hold on them, and, you know, I can control the outcome. So a lot of my job is I don't have control over. I have to submit something to the state, and the state has to issue it back to me. Now, there are some things I don't have control over with that, but if I do it all correctly, then the likelihood of it being issued back to me in a timely manner, depending on their workflow, is high. And therefore, I don't have to worry about I don't know, about it being wrong, about wasting my time, about having to go back and do it, things like that. And I think that sort of control transfers into my planning. I want to have control over things. So if you've ever gotten a new planner and you've looked at it and you're like, I don't want to mark in this because I don't want to mess it up. That's what I call planner anxiety, and that is a real thing. And a lot of people say it's just a planner, just write in it, it doesn't matter, it's not that serious. It's not if you don't think about it that way. So, you know, and that's where intention comes into play. So you're looking at your new planner and you don't know what you intend to use it for, or how it will look once you've written in it. And if you're a very visual person, or you care a lot about, I hate using the word aesthetics, but if you care a lot about aesthetics and you want something to look a certain way and function a certain way, making that first mark in anything, a notebook, a planner, or even that first action is hard because you have anxiety about how it's going to turn out. It's a real thing. You don't have to worry about it. I believe you. I understand you. Planner anxiety exists. So what I like to do is to plan my planners. So the beginning of this year, back before the beginning of this year, in like December, I took time to watch a lot of videos on setups, read a lot of blogs, look at a lot of pictures, you know, find out how people are using their planners. At first I was using a personal size planner, which I haven't used my personal size planner in a long time, but it is one of my favorite sizes of planners. So I took a moment, and it was really like a few weeks where I planned out my intentions for my new planner for 2016. I also was trying to plan out using an A5 horizontal. I got a Carpe Diem for Christmas, and I was trying to plan out how to use those horizontal inserts. It ended up not working out for me, which is fine. But having a plan is, you know, key here to not feeling this like planner anxiety. And even in, I'm going to go back to my work, even in my work, we are rolling out a new system for what I do, and I can't handle it. So I had to come up with a process, a plan of how I'm going to work in this new system. And I sat and thought about it for a solid week and a half, and I came up with a first plan, and I said, this is not functional, this is not going to work, it's gonna disrupt my workflow, and I'm missing a key part. How do I work that part into, you know, this process? So I came up with a bunch with different processes, and now I have finally settled on the process that I'm going to do. And it was because I planned it out. The process that I planned, the final process that I planned, is the process that I'm using right now. So that's that's the point, I guess, here is planning your planner is not stupid. It's not dumb. It's not redundant. It's important, because if you have planner anxiety where you don't know what you want to do, you won't do it. You will hold your own self back. So I planned my planner. I said, how many dividers am I going to? I looked at all these videos and pictures and everything on Instagram, Pinterest, blogs, YouTube, and I said, okay, what are people doing that I might want to incorporate? I don't suggest you flat out copy everything people do, because a planner only works if it works for you. So I took a bit from here, I took a bit from here, I took a bit from here, and I set up, what is this guy doing? This guy came around me to get in my lane, then cut 3 lanes back over, and now it's turning right and I'm turning left. So, what was I saying? Yeah, a planner only works if it works for you. So my system is not going to work for everybody. An Erin Condren system doesn't work for everybody. Some people do bullet journals, and some people bullet journals don't work for, and that is fine. You know, it only works if it works for you. If you're using it, if you're looking at it, if you're getting things done, if you're remembering your appointments, and if you're having fun doing it. Now, I also want to say, all planners are functional. They're serving a purpose for you no matter what you do. It could be a bullet journal that's extremely about productivity, or it could be a memory planner that's about what you did this whole week, even if you feel like your life is boring. Every planner serves a purpose. Every planner has a function. It's functioning for you. So I hate saying functional planners, but I don't know where I was going with that segment there. I don't know where I was going with that. This vlog is going to be all over the place. So, planner only works if it works for you. Okay, so that being said, you need to plan out what you may need for your planner. So I thought about the dividers that I would need. I had a personal size planner. I have 6 dividers. I thought, okay, I needed a monthly calendar, a weekly calendar, and a daily calendar. And so that was in my first tab divider. Then I thought about my blog and my Etsy and my YouTube. That was in my second divider. I had 6 side dividers and 6 top dividers. And in the first side division were 3 top dividers of monthly, weekly, and daily. And then the second division was my work, which was blog, Etsy, and YouTube, with 3 top dividers. I can't remember a lot now because I haven't looked at it in a long time. I haven't been using it. I've been using my Erin Condren in, y'all need to calm down, my Erin Condren in my Carpe Diem. People need to learn how to drive. So I haven't looked at it in a long time. And then after that was, I'll leave my link to my setup for January, and it's pretty much not changed this whole year. The third divider was like orders, mail, things like that, things I'm sending out, things that I'm waiting on, things that I bought. Then I had a tab for routines, which is all of my cleaning and all of my morning routines, my master cleaning checklist, my monthly routines, everything. I really liked the routines because it gives you control over things, and I need to get back into my cleaning routine. I haven't. I'm also thinking about, there's a truck beside me. I'm also thinking about getting back into my 4 simple goals that I used to do on my blog, because that's going to help me a lot achieve, like, get things done. And then I had a section for notes pages, and I think I might have had just an extra section where I stored like my top loading pockets and my stencil and things like that. So I planned that out. I said, how is this item going to function for me? Let me make a plan about it. I also planned out my listing journal, which I will share a blog post down below, and I will probably do a process video sometime in my listing journal. I said, this is what I would like in a journal. And I watched some videos on how people set up traveler's notebooks. I watched some videos on how people art journaled, how people journaled, scrapbook processing videos, or process videos, things like that. And I said, okay, what do I want in my listing journal? And I wrote down ideas, things that I wanted. I also had a list of things I wanted to buy. I wrote down how I wanted to set it up, what I thought I could use, what I needed, you know, and I made a list of prompts that I was going to use. So I have, if you're into listing, I have prompts on my blog some that I just made up for me for this challenge. And so I planned it all out, and that helps me. It helps me to complete things when I have intention. So planning it out gives me the idea of the intention that I have for this project. So a lot of times I'm just like willy-nilly. If I have a creative idea and I have some creative energy, I just knock out what I want to do. But sometimes bigger things that take a while to be completed, I'm not good with. I really am not. You know, I burn through my creative energy, I feel like, quickly, and I have to focus. Like when I have the idea, I have to focus on that idea and do it, or it's not going to happen. You know, but also sometimes I have the idea and I have to let it sit for a while in my brain until it's done and ready to be executed. And so planning it out gives me the idea of the intention for the thing that I'm starting, and that helps me combat the planner anxiety that I have. That helps me just start because I have an idea of what I want to do. It doesn't always help me see it through to the end. Sometimes I change, and I think that's fine, especially in a planning system. I think it is okay to change and to adapt if something major happens in your life. Obviously, the way that you plan, or the way that you handle it, or the way that it affects the future is going to affect the plans already set in motion, or the way that you plan. Like, if you suddenly find out you're pregnant, obviously things need to change. If you suddenly get married, obviously things need the same. If you suddenly move out of a roommate situation that you used to be in, that will change your life and the way things need to be changed or planned. So if you get a new job, that will change the way that you need to plan. I mean, anything, somebody else getting married will, you know, change the way that you're planning. Anything that is in your life is going to affect your life. So while I do feel like I need, you know, having control and planning and stuff is really helpful for those who have anxiety. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I really don't know if that's a true thing, but I feel like for me, it helps me to know exactly what's going to happen and anticipate it and not feel surprised or taken aback or caught off guard kind of thing. That's why I'm spontaneous-ish, but I'm not so spontaneous that I won't plan a little bit. And so the other thing is, I went away this weekend for a golf outing for my work, like the whole company went out, and I didn't drive. And so I was at the mercy of when other people wanted to leave, which was fine. I mean, it was fine. But that whole weekend, when I'm not in control, is an exercise for me in patience and in letting things go. And I think it's important to know, like, I planned that. I know that's what's going to happen for me, is that it's going to be a time for me to practice letting go and not being in control. So, but I'm also a certain way where I don't want to be in control, because I'm in control all day at work. So when I come home, I want someone else to tell me what to do, you know? So having that intention with your planners, with anything really, but we're talking about planners and journals and stuff right now, will help you feel less anxiety about writing in a brand new planner with brand new inserts and brand new crisp paper. You know, you're not going to ruin it. And if you have that plan, then you can take action and write in your planner and plan your things out. You know, it's a very valid feeling to have. And if it changes, once you get that plan in action, working in your planner, you'll realize, hey, this might not work, but, you know, I can change it, but I know what needs to be changed through experience, and I'm also still using it because I have an intention for it. So if you want to have multiple planners, there's nothing wrong with having multiple planners, either for the functionality of it, like I said before, I don't like using that word, but for the functionality of it, meaning for the productivity of it, or because you like planners. There's no need to worry about, well, I have 3 planners, I'm going to be judged. Nobody gives a crap. So if you do you, if you're having fun, do it. So I have 3 planners, and I knew I went from 3 planners to 1 planner. I went from, this is a while ago, and I will leave a link down below to my planner journey on my blog, but I went from a happy planner, a daily mini planner that I made myself, and a personal size planner, just down to a personal size planner. That sun is in the way. And then now I'm back to a personal size planner and to A5 size planners. I have my personal size planner that I haven't looked at in a while, and I also have my Erin Condren punched into my Carpe Diem, and I have a memory planner, and I planned out my memory planner. I excuse me, took to Pinterest, I took to Instagram. You know, I watched a lot of Plan With Me's in the Happy Planner because it's kind of geared towards that decorative memory planning kind of thing, and you know, planned that out and said, this is how I want to do this, and I took it with intention, and I haven't really changed it. It's been a really good, I'm hoping that sun goes away, it's been a really good experiment for me. And you know, if you want to do something and you feel like you need to plan it, or you feel like you have anxiety about it, plan it. There's no wrong answer to that. So yeah, planner anxiety does exist. The way to counteract that is to plan your planner, to come up with intention and plans to use that object, that book, or to do that thing. And everybody's going so slow. And you will feel better about it because you have an intended purpose for the item in front of you. You don't have to feel so, you know, intimidated either. Here's another thing. Comparison is the thief of joy. So you love planning, but you see all these planner spreads and you're like, they're so pretty. I don't know, mine is so ugly, blah, blah, blah. Don't stop. No one, like I said before, your planner only works if it works for you. Nobody cares. No one cares. The thing I want you to do is to share your planner spreads because you're proud of it, because you like it, because it's something that makes you happy, and because I want to see all your check marks. That's why I don't share mine too much anymore. I haven't been posting anything. I haven't been checking anything off. I've been doing a bunch of random stuff. Like I said, when I get that creative spark, I just do it. I don't care about what else needs to be done. I just execute what's in my brain. But don't compare your spread or your functionality or your planner to other people's planners. They are leading a whole different life than you are. So, you know, it's not going to matter what they're doing versus what you're doing. If, however, you want to try something, like I always loved no white space spreads, and I thought I could never do that. You know what I did? Planned it out and tried it because I wanted to do it, and I figured out a way to make it functional for me. And I've been planning that way, I would say, for almost a year. I think, yeah, I would say in September or October is when I did my first no white space spread in my personal size planner. And I will probably link that down below. And now I love it. I love planning in no white space, and I plan in no white space in my Erin Condren planner now because I love stickers. And the reason I started another memory planner is because I loved stickers. I wanted so many stickers, and I didn't have enough room in one planner for it. So I started a memory planner, and my memory planner has white space. So you don't have to stick to one, what do you call it? One style. Do what makes you happy and have fun. And I'm going way over the speed limit. Do what makes you happy, have fun, and, you know, share it. I share my stuff, and I want you all to share your stuff because somebody who's planning their planner might find inspiration from your work. And I just drove past a cop. And they'll find inspiration from your work, and they'll say, hey, I love the way she does this. I'm gonna try that out. And it might work for them. They might adapt it. You know, it's all about sharing ideas, being in a community, and helping with everyone's, you know, anxiety that they have. And, you know, you may think, oh, I don't have anxiety, I just like planners. That's fine, I don't care, that's great, you know. I'm only sharing this because this is my vlog and this is how I feel. So yeah, if you have planner anxiety, it exists. Try planning it out and coming up with an intention, and you might find it easier to write in that brand new planner, or try something new or whatever. Additionally, don't compare what you're doing now to what someone else is doing, because you don't know what they were doing yesterday, and that comes with everything in life, but mainly planners. If you think your planner isn't pretty and you want to try something new, change it, do it. If you just are using it because you like making lists and it's helping you check stuff off, that's great, because a lot of people are not checking things off, and they're wondering why. So I don't know, planner anxiety exists. Come up with an intention that'll counteract it, and don't compare what you're doing in your planner to what others are doing in your planner, or in their planner, not in your planner. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Again, I'm going to try and edit this on my lunch and get it up for you tonight. And yeah, so I will talk to you on my next video. Thanks for watching.